get a floor measurement. We're talking about floor tile, and our customer wants something that looks like that in the end for vinyl. So let's just get a gut of our square feet, and this one is weird because
Strange shapes.
well, it kind of is, but let me see here. I'm gonna grab the edge of that door to about here at 6 foot. And then that width is about 4, that's 3. So 3 times 6, about 18 square feet to here. And because you kind of got a tube that way. Let's do that in the middle. So you got basically 3 by 6 is about another 18, so that's about 36. And then you got a little corner here, which, gosh, that's about 2 by 2 is 4, which is 40. And you got a little bath closet here, which is about 3 by 4, about 12. So about 52 square feet after everything's said and done. Now what we would have to do is buy a piece of vinyl that would start at the door and end here. So see if I can do that. Man, I appreciate that help. Go ahead to the edge, and that's 12 feet. Okay, I got about 12-foot long piece, and the width.
Ooh, watch the toe there, right?
I appreciate that. I had a small one. I don't know if you remember my little one, but my contractor I was working with Saturday, he walked off with
That is a large one, yeah.
it. It's a big one. Well, the 25 is just a little bit smaller. And let's see, we said 12. The width doesn't matter because the width is standard. It's got to be 7 feet, so it's about here. So that's
Yeah,
about,
that works.
yeah, okay. So that's 8.5 feet wide.
You have to cut off a lot of it though.
We will, and it's gonna be weird because it's gonna come here and there's so much, that we have to lose, but it's gotta be one piece continuous.
Yeah.
Unless you want a bunch of seams,
All right.
and people don't like seams.
Okay, well, it'd be interesting to hear what the pros and cons of both. In other words, the realtors would say ceramic tile gives you more value when you resell the house or what have you.
Better, it's 10 times the price.
Right.
Think about this. If I'm gonna put tile in, if I'm gonna put a piece of vinyl on here, I'm gonna look at your vinyl real close. And when you buy a piece of vinyl, I'm gonna ask you to buy an expensive piece. And the reason for that is it'll pay for itself because when you walk on it, you won't get tired because it's gonna flex more. It's gonna be more forgiving. That if I look at this, you've got a pattern here. And I may have to put a piece of Luan down, Luan being 1/8 inch thick wood, because it's perfectly flat. There's no pattern in it. And the one thing that I don't want to have happen is if we put a piece of vinyl over this vinyl, I don't want these squares to come back up as you walk on it. That's why I'm asking for an expensive piece, that it will serve you more in time.
Right, right.
But we pick up that threshold, we pick up this threshold. I have seen people A and B remove the toilet and not. I like to remove it because we tuck under. And then all the shoe comes up. I'll dress up this, meaning I'll clean it up a little. And the shoe comes up all the way around. I would like it warm as we can get it reasonable, and Lord knows it's warm enough outside. And then we kind of cut out about 6 inches too big in every direction. We get the center lines correct, because the one thing you don't want to look into it and you see these lines kind of going sideways.
Yeah, yeah.
And I don't know if they are now or not, but anyhow, that's hard to do because you've got rows and columns which are straight, and you want to see a center diamond that's running straight into whatever it is and not kind of traversing over to one side or the other. We glue it down directly on top of this if we can. we replace all of your chute with new, because, you know, I want it pretty pristine and white.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Put in a new threshold, maybe not gold, maybe wood.
And under here, there's this black thing, which I think is ugly. I'd like to change that too.
That's all. Man, that's a kick plate. And the reason it's black is that, you know, I grew up in Charleston, and they have that on top of every step. When you go up steps, it's black because of shoes and shoe leather.
Wow.
And they, you know, your toes tip it.
Yeah.
Usually it's a leather, a black polish or brown polish. But we can paint it if you don't like it.
Okay. And then I would think painting the cabinets and putting new hardware, hinges and knobs.